Christofferson Moving and Storage. They've built a legacy of trust celebrating 120 years in 2026 with transparent, upfront pricing, highly trained professional crews, and flexible services designed around you. They protect your home and belongings with expert care and clear communication every step of the way. Let them handle the heavy lifting so you can focus on what's next. Christofferson Moving and Storage, your best move since 1906. Get your complimentary quote at ChristoffersonMoving.com.
Zimbrick Honda has been a proud part of the Madison community since 1973. They're your one-stop shop for over 250 new Hondas to choose from. Whether you're looking for a sedan, SUV, or truck, their selection of new vehicles is second to none. Stop in today at their location on Fish Hatchery Road and check out their full lineup of vehicles and find the one that's right for you, or browse the vehicle selection online at ZimbrickHonda.com. That's ZimbrickHonda.com. Shop local, shop Zimbrick Honda.
Is your home ready for a transformation? Whether it's a stunning kitchen remodel, a fresh new bathroom, or complete exterior makeover, Wanakee Remodeling has you covered. Their expert team turns your vision into reality with quality craftsmanship, affordable pricing, and unbeatable customer service. From concept to completion, Wanakee Remodeling is here for you. View what's possible at their beautiful showrooms in Madison and Wanakee and call 608-442-0034 or visit WanakeeRemodeling.com for your free estimate today.
Everyone plays like a champion at TPC Wisconsin. Our friendly community shares one thing, a passion for world-class golf. Women, men, and youth golfers all love the course. The $25 million upgrade is impeccable, and the list of amenities is more than impressive. But belonging where the shared pursuit of excellence is a daily practice and not just a tagline? That might be the best part. Join today and pay no dues until April 1st. Discover belonging. TPCWisconsin.com.
At Hooper Service, your comfort is important. From keeping you cozy warm to comfy cool with the ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System. Plus, join our Home Comfort Priority Plan and keep your air conditioner and furnace running at peak performance year after year. Enjoy priority service and extra savings that really add up. Hooper is here with 24-hour heating, cooling, plumbing, and fire protection service for your home and business. Turn to the experts, Carrier and Hooper.
Live from the Kohl Center, this is Zimbrick Honda's championship presentation of the WIAA State Boys Basketball Tournament on ESPN Madison, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Welcome back to the Kohl Center, the Division III Boys Basketball State Semifinals here on the Thursday afternoon in downtown Madison. Alongside former Sun Prairie Boys Basketball head coach Jeff Booz, my name is Jesse Nelson, and this is Zimbrick Honda's championship presentation of PrepMania and the WIAA State Boys Basketball Tournament. Zimbrick Honda, been part of the Madison community since 1973. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at two convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. And if you need new tires at Zimbrick Honda, buy three, get the fourth for just $1. Shop local, shop Zimbrick Honda. Our second semifinal of the afternoon features the number 3 seed Racine St. Catherine's Angels, 22-4 overall entering this semifinal, and the 2 seed Lake Mills L-Cats, 26-2 overall entering play this afternoon. Coach Booz, Lake Mills, a semi-local Madison area team here about midway between Milwaukee and Madison. They make the trip back here to the Kohl Center for the second straight year, looking to get off the schneid in their 4th state tournament appearance. They're 0-3 at the state tournament. They want to win here in the semifinal today.
Yeah, I'm sure that's on their mind, you know, not only their staff, but their kids. They've been here, this will be, like you said earlier, the 4th time they've been here. I look for 2 things for them. Number one, defensively, they're going to have to do a really good job of keeping the ball out of the paint. Obviously, that's been driven a lot by Hamilton and what they do with St. Cat's, and I think if they can do that, that will help them greatly, and I'm sure Steve and their staff has put together a game plan for that. I think the other thing is to take care of the ball. They got to get good shots, you know, but they got to take care of it. You can't turn it over and allow transition things. And they only average 7 turnovers a game, so that's kind of their strength. So I think those 2 things will play out here in the first half, and we'll see where it goes from there.
Racine St. Catherine's 22-4 overall on the season, second place in the Metro Classic Conference, a very competitive conference, 11-3 on the season, and they are led by one of the best athletes that we'll see at the state tournament this week. He does it on the football field where he's going to be playing wide receiver for the University of Minnesota next year. He does it on the basketball court as well, averaging 25 points a game. What can't Lamont Hamilton do?
I don't know what he can't do, but he sure can do a lot of things well. He's a tremendous athlete. Like you said, he quarterbacked the football team to a state championship. Most of these kids were on that team that played in that state championship football team. So they're experienced athletes when it comes to this type of environment. They've been around it. I think their perimeter defense will be a key to them. Not allowing Lake Mills to get what they want from the three-point line, and then, of course, rebounding and doing some of the things that they do really well. They're aggressive on the glass, and so, that's the way I look at those guys. And if they can get this game to go up and down a little bit more, I think it plays into their favor.
That's your window into this game, brought to you by Wanakee Remodeling. Dreaming of transforming your home into the space you've always wanted? Wanakee Remodeling makes it happen, and their expert team is there to bring your vision to life. They're local, reliable, and dedicated to quality craftsmanship. Schedule a free consultation today at WanakeeRemodeling.com. When we come back, we'll get you the starting lineups and the opening tip. Semifinal number 2, Lake Mills and Racine St. Catharines in Division 3. The WIAA Boys Basketball State Tournament on the ESPN Wisconsin app and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
I wasn't sure if I could afford college, and my family couldn't help me. But I'm so glad I didn't let that stop me. At Madison College, I found financial support beyond tuition. Even fuel, transportation, and technology has been covered. It's incredible that I'll be able to graduate debt-free. My advice to others, don't let financial barriers stop you. There's more to your story at Madison College.
Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started.
At Hooper Service, your comfort is important. From keeping you cozy warm to comfy cool with the ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System. Plus, join our Home Comfort Priority Plan and keep your air conditioner and furnace running at peak performance year after year. Enjoy priority service and extra savings that really add up. Hooper is here with 24-hour heating, cooling, plumbing, and fire protection service for your home and business. Turn to the experts, Carrier and Hooper.
It's bracket season, and Pizza Hut's got the watch party covered. Score a large 3-topping pizza for just $10. Try it on Pizza Hut's new hand-tossed crust. Crispy and golden on the outside, soft and fluffy on the inside, and finished with garlic parm seasoning for that classic pizzeria vibe. Or get the original pan, thin and crispy, or Chicago Tavern style. Big flavor, big savings. Just $10. Your bracket might not survive, but this deal will win it all. Order today at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. Pizza Hut, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Need new tires? For a limited time at Zimbrick Honda, you can buy 3 tires and get the 4th for only $1. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Live from the Kohl Center, this is Zimbrick Honda's championship presentation of the WIAA State Boys Basketball Tournament on ESPN Madison, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Division 3 semifinal number 2. The winner gets a date with Seymour in the Division 3 championship game on Saturday afternoon here at the Kohl Center. The Lake Mills L-Cats appearing for the 2nd straight year in the Division 3 Boys Basketball State Tournament semifinals, and the Racine St. Catharines Angels set to square off this afternoon. Alongside former Sun Prairie Boys basketball head coach Jeff Booz, my name is Jesse Nelson. Time now for a check of the starting lineups for today's game, brought to you by Gruber Law Offices, where they have a reputation for winning. Their experienced, powerful team works tirelessly to help people and families seriously injured in accidents by providing the best care and service. There's never a fee until they win your case. Gruber Law Offices, serving the people in the state of Wisconsin for over 35 years. Gruber Law Offices, one call, that's all. For the Lake Mills L-Cats in their home white uniforms, blue letters and numbers with a gold trim. Starting at guard, junior number 1, Tyler Wollin. Forward, senior number 3, Nolan Kolkovich. Forward, junior number 4, Collin Christian. Senior forward number 11, Ashton Winger. And senior guard number 23, Brady Benish. Lake Mills is coached by Steve Hicklin in his 14th season. For Racine St. Catharines in their road black uniforms, gold letters and numbers with a white trim. Senior forward number 0, AC Contreras Ward. Senior guard number 2, Lamont Hamilton. Senior guard number 3, E.J. Vinson. Senior guard number 4, Antoine Auger. And senior forward number 12, Richard Watson. Racine St. Catherine's is coached by Ryan Thompson in his 5th season. The best athlete overall in the Division III semifinal field here at the Kohl Center this weekend is Lamont Hamilton, averaging 25 points a game, set to play wide receiver at the University of Minnesota next year. Coach Booz, you talked about the multi-sport athletes on display for Racine St. Catherine's. E.J. Vinson, the starting quarterback of the football team. Jaden Phillips, a key running back on the football team. Another receiver, Auger. Those are all starters here for the basketball team. Awesome to see the multi-sport athletes on display here at the state semifinal.
Yeah, it was interesting when we listened to the coaches thing on Sunday, how their coach mentioned that as being one of their strengths because of their competitive nature in carrying their football success over to basketball and being aggressive on that end of the floor.
Somebody's going to play for a gold ball against Seymour on Saturday afternoon. Underway in semifinal number 2 of Division III. Here at the 2026 Boys Basketball State Tournament. Lake Mills controls the opening possession, working left to right as we see it here at the Kohl Center. Collin Christian into the paint, one-on-one, number 4 against number 4 on the left block with Antoine Auger. Back up top for Brady Benish, the three-point shooter. Benish pulls up for 3. Off the mark, no good, and a long rebound collected by Lamont Hamilton. The Minnesota wide receiver commits. Walks it across the midcourse line and dishes over to the right side for the quarterback, E.J. Vinson. Interesting to see Hamilton bring the ball up. Vinson, the quarterback. Usually the quarterback and the point guard end up being the same person, but that doesn't appear to be the case for Racine St. Catherine's. Over to the right side. Auger for 3 off the front of the rim. No good. Empty trips for both teams on their opening possession 1 minute into the game. Here comes Tyler Wollin all the way to the bucket, and a layup is good for 2.
Nice take. Good finish at the rim. Good read.
A triple-double machine, as described by head coach Steve Hicklin. Tyler Wollin, 18 points a game, 7.5 rebounds, and he gets the first 2 of this Division III semifinal. A miss for Racine St. Catherine's. Here comes Lake Mills into the front court. Left corner, now Wollin off a screen for 3, left wing, no good, and a wedgie. The ball wedges between the iron and the glass, and so it becomes Racine St. Catherine's basketball, and a stoppage with 16:29 to play in the first half.
Tough shot. Wasn't quite squared up, I didn't think.
Lake Mills played a hard-fought game against the Milwaukee Academy of Science, who went on to win the D3 state tournament last year. In the semifinal, Lake Mills actually led that game at halftime before the Academy of Science came back to win it in the second half. Wollin comes away with a miss for Racine St. Catherine's. Now, Collin Christian guarded tightly by Hamilton out near the midcourt logo. It stays with Lake Mills. Benish gets it back, fires left side. Now back to Wollin on the left wing. On the Ab Nicholas court logo here at the Kohl Center floor. Bounce pass to the corner, Collin Christian guarded tightly by Hamilton. Swing it off the screen now. Benish for 3 with a good look from NBA range. No good, short, and a rebound to
Deep
Racine
3.
St. Catherine's.
Benish broke the 3-point mark at Lake Mills this year. I believe he's at 305.
He is an incredible shooter, averaging 15 points a game, and he shoots 41% from three-point range on the season.
Unbelievable.
Richard Watson, left baseline, contested shot, no good, a little off balance. Here comes Lake Mills into the
Nice
front
pass.
court. Christian beat everybody in front, got Hamilton to blow by him, and then an easy layup for Collin Christian, good for 2. 4-0, Lake Mills leads Racine St. Catherine's. We're almost 3 minutes in. St. Cat's yet to score. Let's see what they have here. Right side, into the hands of Antoine Auger. Up top to Contreras Ward, goes left to Lamont Hamilton. Hamilton on the left wing, trying to shake the defender, draws a double team. That means somebody's open. Over on the right side, it's Vinson, and E.J. Vinson, the senior, knocks in a 3. First points of the game for Racine St. Catherine's. It's 4-3 Lake Mills.
St. Cat's did a really good job on that possession of finding the open man. They rotated the ball nice. Lake Mills gave early help. Ball got rotated.
Ashton Winger guarded one-on-one by Contreras Ward in the left corner. Contreras Ward able to tap it away, and it's collected by Racine St. Catherine's. Auger feeds it left for Vinson all the way to the glass. And a layup good for 2, and just like that, Racine St. Catherine's leads for the first time in this semifinal, 5-4, approaching 14 minutes to play. Right side, Winger. Guarded one-on-one, goes to the block. Winger,
Nice
extra pass, and a finish is good for Lake Mills. Collin Christian was in the waiting, in the paint, and he lays it up with the left hand, and Lake Mills takes a 6-5 advantage. That was a great feed. AC Contreras-Ward feed it left to Antoine Auger. Auger back up top, swing it all the way to the right-hand side. Now Hamilton off a screen. No, instead they free up a man in the paint, up off the glass with the right hand, and it's good.
They did a great job of slipping that screen because they were bringing up Hamilton to the top, and the screener slipped to the rim, and the passer found it.
Contreras-Ward with the bucket in the paint for Racine St. Catharines, and the Angels leapfrog back in front of Lake Mills, and now a whistle as Winger received a pass in the paint. Clock stops with 13:17 to play in the first half, and that will bring us to our first media timeout of this game. Racine St. Catharines 7, Lake Mills 6 with 13:17 to play in the first half. It's Division III boys basketball state semifinal action on the ESPN Wisconsin app and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
I'm very familiar with Gruber Law Offices because they're always out in the community.
Gruber Law Offices are known to be honest, hardworking.
They're always involved in our neighborhoods.
Gruber Law Offices make our community a better place.
They are the best. For nearly 40 years, Gruber Law Offices has helped people throughout Wisconsin. If you're injured, we're here to help. One call, that's all.
Wisconsin would not be the same without Gruber Law Offices.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Racine St. Catharines 7, Lake Mills 6 with 13:17 to play in the first half. This Division III boys basketball state tournament semifinal at the Kohl Center with former Sun Prairie boys basketball head coach Jeff Booz. My name is Jesse Nelson. When you're faced with a challenge, how you respond determines the real winners. Rural Mutual believes there's something more important than just winning or losing a game. They believe the team, school, and fans who support their athletes with dignity and class are the true champions. Rural Mutual, proud sponsor of the WIAA Rural Mutual Insurance Sportsmanship Award since it started in 1965. From football to volleyball, soccer to tennis, the award recognizes more than team sportsmanship. It recognizes that sportsmanship matters in your community. Visit ruralmutual.com/WIAA. See how their team and your community can work together to be true champions. Out of the timeout, Lake Mills basketball in the front court. Left side of the floor, Nolan Kolkovich gets it to the hands of Tyler Wollin. Now calling for it, left corner, Benish. Guarded tightly by number 4, Antoine Auger of Racine St. Catharines, and Lake Mills resets to the free throw line. Winger now fling it all the way left. Here's Christian driving left baseline, double teamed, runs out of room, tries to throw it off a defender, but it's collected by AC Contreras-Ward, and a turnover forced by Racine St. Catharines.
Yeah, they moved the ball while he attacked the baseline. They brought a double team for the weak side and forced a turnover.
12:40 to play in the first half. Racine St. Catharines with the ball on a 1-point lead. Bounce pass to Lamont Hamilton, who has yet to score in this state semifinal. Hamilton feeds it left, Richard Watson in the corner. All the way to the right side, now to Vinson. E.J. Vinson against the zone of Lake Mills defensively, trying to find an opening. They bounce pass it now down to the right baseline. Contreras-Ward fling it back up top. How about E.J. Vinson with an open look for three? Comes up short. Just grazes the bottom of the nylon as it falls on the baseline out of bounds, and a turnover to Lake Mills. And a strong contingency of LCAT students who have made the trip here to the Kohl Center, about 40 minutes away, are letting E.J. Vinson know that he missed everything.
Missed that shot, that's for sure. Lake Mills did a really good job again on that possession of not allowing the ball to get to the paint. And they took that away and forced that three ball.
LCAT's down by 1. Tyler Wollin brings it across midcourt, double teamed as he crosses the timeline. That means somebody's going to be open as they're able to break free. And now Winger is fouled down on the right block.
I see Racine St. Cat's came with a little press and then a little double teaming. They just didn't get the rotation from the backside as well as I think they want to, but interesting to see them go to this, see how long they'll run the trap.
Inbound pass comes in for Brady Benish on the right corner, and now Wollin gets it back near the Motion W logo at the midcourt circle. Bounce pass left, Nolan Kolkovich. Back to Wollin on the right wing. Guarded very tightly by the defender for Racine St. Catharines. Wollin gets it over to Benish. Step back three in the corner is good. Oh, that was dirty.
That was big time right there.
Brady Benish makes it 9-7 Lake Mills with 11:35 to go in the first half. And now ball goes out of bounds, last touched by Lake Mills, but the defense disrupting Racine St. Catherine's offensively. And Lake Mills appears to have seized some momentum here, Coach Booz.
Yep, they're doing it on the defensive end of the floor.
Jaden Phillips does the inbounding, comes in, and now a bounce pass up to A.C. Contreras-Ward between the circles. He goes right to Hamilton. Lamont Hamilton yet to score in this game. Pull-up jumper, mid-range, no good, and a rebound collected by Wollin. Now the quarterback of the football team with a one-hand pass the length of the floor, and Benish finishes with a layup. Can you tell Wollin had a bunch of touchdown passes this year for Lake Mills? Oh, stop that. Lamont Hamilton, step back and a three, brings Racine St. Catherine's within one, his first points of the game. Lamont Hamilton. Athletes out here in the semifinal now this afternoon. Three-point attempt, left side, no good for Lake Mills. Rattled out for Kolkovich, and here comes Racine St. Catherine's, right side of the floor. Phillips, now a three, missed everything. That was Ogier again. He's struggling shooting so far. You wonder if the depth of the gym could be factoring the three-point shooting a little bit. We talked about that in our first semifinal.
Right.
Benish over to Wollin. Picks up the dribble between the circles, guarded very tightly by Ogier. He's able to find some help from Collin Christian. Christian dribbling between the circles. Goes with a two-hand pass to the left-hand side to Wollin. Wollin, one-hand pass all the way to the right corner. Benish, pump fake, step back three. Oh, he did it again! Brady Benish, he's unreal right now. 14-10, Lake Mills leads Racine St. Catherine's. Brady Benish, sharp shooter. Holy smokes.
Wollin really picked him up on the backside of finding him with a great pass.
Here's Ogier down to the left block, got the defender in the air, initiated contact, no whistle, but the finish is good for Ogier. 14-12, Lake Mills up by 2, 9:40 to play first half. 18-minute halves in boys high school basketball around the state of Wisconsin. Wollin into the paint, passes left, pump fake, Benish, heat check, no, instead finds Wollin. He got the defender in the air. Wollin pump fake again, now shoots for three, missed everything. That was good defense by Jaden Phillips.
Did a great job of recovering off that shot fake. Left his feet, got right back in the play and contested that shot, which forced an air ball. Good defense on his part.
Ball lands on the baseline out of bounds. It'll be turned over to Racine St. Catherine's, down 14-12 to Lake Mills. An immediate timeout. We're actually going to keep it here, and I'll take this opportunity to remind you that this is Zimbrick Honda's championship presentation of PrepMania and the WIAA State Boys Basketball Tournament. For more than 50 years, Zimbrick Honda's provided the Madison area with quality Honda vehicles, and the trusted staff of Zimbrick Honda's used car dealership will save you time and reduce your car buying stress by finding the vehicle that matches your style. If you're looking for a new or used Honda, visit Zimbrick Honda just off the Beltline in Madison or online at ZimbrickHonda.com. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda. A lot of football players out on the floor for both of these teams, Coach Booz, and you can tell here in the first 9 minutes or so of this game.
Yeah, very competitive athletes playing, really competing at both ends of the floor, both teams.
One of the things that Coach Hicklin talked about when trying to stop Lamont Hamilton was that you really can't stop a guy that is that athletic, averaging 25 points a game. You can only hope to contain him.
Yep.
When you hear a basketball coach say that, what does it mean strategically to you?
That he just doesn't get going. He's going to get some points, but he's not going to have a big game. And they kind of checked him. He's made a few here or there, but at the end of the day, he's not getting to the rim. They're going to make it hard on him, and they respect the fact that he's going to get some, but we're not going to give him a ton. So we'll see how it plays out.
Out of the timeout, Racine St. Catherine's with the basketball, 14-12. Lake Mills leads Racine St. Catherine's, approaching the midpoint of the first half, semifinal number 2 of the Division III Boys Basketball State Tournament. Feed it to the right corner, open look, Phillips for three, off the side of the backboard, stays in play.
I think Lake Mills gave them something different right there. I want to say it may have been a diamond and one on and had a guy guarding Hamilton.
Well, we'll see on the next trip
see
down
the next
floor.
Possession.
Yeah. In the meantime, Winger driving in for Lake Mills had it shoved out of bounds, last touched by Racine St. Catherine's. No whistle, but it does stay with Lake Mills on this end, 14-12. Lake Mills leads Racine St. Catharines with 8:50 to go in the first half. Standing on the first S in Wisconsin, the inbound pass comes in cleanly. Benish in the corner, quick fire three, no good, off the front of the rim. Rebound to Racine St. Catharines. Walking it across the midcourt line, Lamont Hamilton. Going to be a wide receiver for the University of Minnesota next year. Played in the state football championship game and was sensational for Racine St. Catharines when they made the trip to Camp Randall Stadium. Hamilton feeds it to the corner. Ozier for three is good, and St. Catharines jumps in front by one. 15-14 on the three-point shot for Ozier.
Great find.
And now Benish, battling against Hamilton, is able to get it over to number 4, Collin Christian. Back up top, open look, Kolkovich for three, missed it. Off the front of the rim. Yeah, it was wide open, and Phillips comes away with a rebound into the front court. Phillips lost control, and it's an easy steal for Winger. One-on-one into the front court. Winger all the way to the basket. No good. Great defense for Racine St. Catharines, getting back to disrupt just enough to throw Winger off on the fast break. And here comes St. Catharines up by one. 7:45 to play first half. Hamilton step back, NBA range three, short, no good. Hamilton chases down his own rebound on a bounce, feeds it left corner, open look, Phillips for three, no good, and this time it's collected by Lake Mills. Winger went up to grab it. Elcats into the front court. Left side, number 21, Ethan Glenicki. Or correction, number 23, Benish now. Over to the right side, Winger on the right wing. Winger feeds it into the paint. Christian collects, shot no good,
Nice
put back,
job.
yes, got it himself.
Way to stay with it. Great cut, coming off a screen.
Lake Mills 16, Racine St. Catharines 15, approaching 7 minutes to go. We had a feeling this would be a tight one. Lake Mills up against 4 McDonald's All-Americans last year for Milwaukee Academy of Science, was right in the game at the end of it.
Good help right there on the defensive side of the ball.
Benish takes it, pull up, three, good from the top of the key. Benish is on fire, and it's 19-15. Lake Mills leading Racine St. Catharines with 6:40 to go in the first half. 11 points for Brady Benish of the first 19 for Lake Mills. Hamilton fouled, driving in with the left hand. Clock stops with 6:32 to play in the half. How about Brady Benish, coach? 3 made threes here in the first half, and he doesn't need a lot of room. He just finds it and fires it, and he is red hot so far.
Yes, he's been on. You know, it's a big one in transition that time, pulled up early. Well, there's a reason why he broke the three-point mark down at Lake Mills.
No
Guy
doubt
can
about
flat
it.
out shoot the basketball.
And I wonder how much the experience from playing here at the Kohl Center last year translates for guys like Wollin and Benish as they come back here to the state tournament. Media timeout, by the way, on the floor. We'll keep it right here. But I wonder how much that translates for a team that plays one season, and a lot of those guys come back with unfinished business, as Coach Hicklin talked about, being a little more acclimated to playing on this stage.
Probably more comfortable, know what it's like. Been through this, you know, now we're ready to roll, you know. Like you said, though, that game with Milwaukee Science Academy last year could have went either way.
It could have. It really came down to the wire.
Yeah,
it was
absolutely.
Fantastic semifinal 1 year ago on this state tournament Thursday. Zimbrick Honda's championship presentation of PrepMania on the ESPN Wisconsin app and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel, brought to you by Hooper Service. At Hooper Service, customer comfort comes first. Their home comfort priority plan keeps systems running their best, saving customers money with priority service for heating, cooling, plumbing, or fire protection. Hooper is there 24/7. Turn to the experts, Carrier and Hooper. 11 points for Benish, leading all scorers in this game. Kind of a surprise, Ozier is the leading scorer with 5 points so far here for Racine St. Catharines, along with E.J. Vinson. Hamilton's been quiet.
Well, they've done a good job of keeping him boxed up. You know, they're not allowing him to do what he wants to do, and they're going to make some other guys beat you.
Out of the timeout, into the paint, E.J. Vinson drives in with the right hand. Shot is good and a whistle, and Vinson has a chance to make it a 1-point game going to the free throw line for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Good drive, good finish around the glass.
Starting quarterback of the football team, E.J. Vinson. Not a great free throw shooter, 44% on the season.
Tell you what, every time you've called that today, that guy's knocked it down. So he's 1 for 1.
And he does hit this one to make it a 1-point game, 19-18. Racine St. Catharines applies pressure in the backcourt. Lake Mills breaks it right side. Now they reset. Back to Wollin, directing traffic between the circles, right side of the floor. Couple of steps below the Motion W logo at midcourt as he's pictured here at the Kohl Center. Feed it left. Collin Christian. Dishes right. Benish, heat check, fires it. Oh, he got another one!
Big shot, big time. Good 2 or 3 feet behind the arc. He's really got his body squared up.
Brady Benish, unreal first half for Lake Mills. 22-18, the L-Cats in front, led by 14 so far from Benish, and there's still 5:40 to play in the first half. Benish averages 15 points a game. He's already to that practically. E.J. Vinson drives in and lays it up good off the glass. 22-20, cutting the lead to just 2. Lake Mills needs some support for Benish. He's kind of carrying them right now. And let's see how they do here against the pressure that Racine St. Catherine's applies. They're able to get it into the front court after having a little trouble getting it across the midcourt line. Now Christian driving left side, up to the glass and lays it up good off the window.
Good take.
24-20, that's 8 quiet points so far here for Collin Christian. He's the second leading scorer for Lake Mills here.
14 a game.
In fact, between Benish, Christian, and Wollin, those are the only 3 scorers so far for the L-Cats. 3-point shot, Vinson from the right corner, no good. Wollin the rebound, and he wants to run into the front court. Tyler Wollin all the way on the right side down to the block. Now picks up his dribble, feeds it, and cutting in, and a foul on a shot attempt will send Lake Mills to the line. Shot no good, Ashton Winger, but he'll shoot 2.
Wollin did a really good job on that transition. He didn't really have it, but he probed it right back into the paint, came to a 2-foot jump stop and made that pass. Really fundamentally strong right there.
6'3" senior Ashton Winger wearing number 11 in the home white uniforms of the Lake Mills L-Cats. Misses his first free throw attempt. 63% at the line this season. Winger, 10.5 points a game. Lake Mills has had a pretty smooth path here to get back to the state semifinal at the Kohl Center. Their toughest contest in the sectional semi, 68-58 against Watertown Luther Prep. Every other game they won convincingly. 79-60 against Evansville, 70-45 against East Troy, 85-53 against Lancaster in the sectional final.
Call him for travel on that.
A second free throw is no good, and then a travel is called on the other end as Racine St. Catherine's tried to go and get 2 points. Interesting call and a turnover to Lake Mills with 4:41 to go in the first half. What do you think of that call?
I thought he tried to Euro step it, but I must have missed one there. I thought he got away with it, but he didn't.
Wollin into the front court left side. Passes left into the hands of Mason Rosales-Gray. He gets it back, fires a 3, left wing, no good. Long rebound on a bounce collected by Lake Mills. Christian got it. And now a feed to Wollin at the top of the key. Wollin goes left, and Wollin will reset between the circles. Here comes Tyler Wollin, quarterback of the football team, into the paint, and fouled as he tried to go up with 2 hands. 4:09 to play, first half, and Tyler Wollin will shoot 2 free throws. Tough to find anything in life that Tyler Wollin is not good at. He threw for over 2,600 yards as the starting quarterback of the Lake Mills football team this season. 38 touchdowns to just 6 interceptions.
Pretty impressive numbers.
And
very impressive.
First free throw is up and good. He has only got 3 points, but his impact certainly felt in this game thus far. Averages 18. He's the leading scorer on the season for the Lake Mills L-Cats. Wollin sets, fires, second free throw up and good. Now 4 points.
Good distributor, finds the open man, moves the ball well. Doesn't force anything.
Lake Mills 26, Racine St. Catherine's 20. Under 4 minutes now to play in the first half. Lamont Hamilton guarded one-on-one at the top of the key by Collin Christian. Hamilton feeds it right baseline, and an offensive foul is called on E.J. Vinson, trying to create a little separation on that baseline. The Lake Mills student section right behind where that foul was whistled, adamantly in support of it. The rest of the building, I'm not so sure. Lake Mills inbounds, and against the pressure, they got to get it across midcourt. Kolkovich yet to cross, now finally does. And trying to pass, his intended receiver fell down, and Hamilton with an interception and an easy 2 points, laying it up with the left hand. Might be the easiest 2 Hamilton gets all day. 26-22. Lake Mills in front by 4. So the pressure worked that trip down the floor. Let's see if they get it again. Here, Hamilton called for a reach-in foul. Just the first foul on Hamilton, but it is the 6th on Racine St. Catharines, so free throws the rest of the way for Lake Mills with 3:19 to play in the first half.
They've extended their defense. Good cut.
Dangerous pass to Wollin, but he fielded it and then got it to Collin Christian, cutting to the bucket, and he lays it up for 2. Lake Mills 28, Racine St. Catharines 22, approaching 3 minutes to go. Driving in, and E.J. Vinson gets 2 points, and he puts his arms up in frustration looking for a foul. Hamilton a steal and a slam! The pressure gets Lake Mills, and Lamont Hamilton delivers. 28-26, 2-point game in favor of Lake Mills, but suddenly Racine St. Catharines with a burst has scored 4 in a row. And Coach Hicklin calls timeout as Lake Mills struggled to get it across midcourt again. Clock stops, 2:44 to play first half, and we'll take that timeout with them. Lake Mills 28, Racine St. Catharines 26. Zimbrick Honda's championship presentation of PrepMania. All right, we'll keep it right here. 28-26. Lake Mills leads Racine St. Catharines. Jesse Nelson, head coach Jeff Booz, formerly of the Sun Prairie Cardinals. So you were just about to comment on what you saw here defensively, I'm assuming, for Racine St. Catharines.
Well, the last 3 or 4 possessions, they've extended their defense and kind of running like a little run and jump, full court pressure. It's kind of disrupted Lake Mills here a little bit, forcing them away from the goal, having to pass the ball under pressure. So, I think they're gonna come after these guys here right before half and see how Lake Mills handles it and it moves the ball.
Timeouts, by the way, brought to you by Madison College. Whether you're starting fresh or leveling up your career, Madison College here for you. Learn more at madisoncollege.edu. That's madisoncollege.edu. Out of the timeout, Lake Mills finally able to break it into the front court. Left side of the floor, Ashton Winger drives inside.
Nice.
Winger fouled as he goes up off the glass. Shot no good, but he'll shoot 2 free throws.
Good penetration, good attack. Got to the rim, forced a foul.
Ashton Winger back to the free throw line, 63% on the year. He missed his first 2 attempts. This one is short. And Winger not having a good day at the charity stripe. 2:32 to go here in the first half. 28-26. Lake Mills leads Racine St. Catharines. Second free throw halfway down and rattles out, no good. Winger's 0 for 4 at the line here in the first half. And so now Racine St. Catharines can tie or take the lead. Hamilton tries to shake the defender. Now bounce pass right side, driving in, right hand, couldn't finish. Jaden Phillips, but he gets his own rebound. Feeds it for Vinson. He drives in, off balance, too strong. Rebound, Lake Mills. The Lake Mills fans wanted a foul called against Vinson as he was a little aggressive trying to get in the way of the rebounder, but instead here come the L-Cats, and a ball knocked out of bounds by Racine St. Catharines. It'll stay here with Lake Mills with 1:59 to go in the first half and immediate timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. 60-second timeout. Lake Mills 28, Racine St. Catharines 26 on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.
Is your home ready for a makeover? At Wanakee Remodeling, we specialize in exterior transformations that turn heads. New siding, flawless decks, and windows that shine. Our team delivers top quality craftsmanship with unbeatable warranties, ensuring your home stands strong and stunning for years to come. Call Wanakee Remodeling today at 608-442-0034 or visit WanakeeRemodeling.com. Schedule your free estimate and let us bring your vision to life. Wanakee Remodeling, building beauty that lasts.
Hi, I'm Dr. Joseph Henningsen with Stoughton Health Ortho Team Clinic. I specialize in joint pain and joint pain surgery, specifically hip and knee replacement, including second-time surgery for hip and knee replacement. If joint pain or an injury is slowing you down, you don't have to live with it. We are here to help at Stoughton Health. Come in and we can talk to you about different techniques in order to get you back to doing what you want to do, whether it be walking the dog, going to work, or even playing outside with your kids. We want you to be able to do these things without pain.
Learn more at orthoteam.com.
Minute 59 to go in the first half. Lake Mills 28, Racine St. Catherine's 26. Division III boys basketball state semifinal on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania, the ESPN Wisconsin app and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Alongside former Sun Prairie boys basketball head coach Jeff Booz, I'm Jesse Nelson. And Coach Booz, before I go and join Tier 1 Tyler and Pepsi Mike and all my buddies watching the college games, we got a fun show on store for us here at the Kohl Center at this boys basketball state tournament.
Great game. Great game.
Under 2 minutes to play, Lake Mills inbounds with a 2-point advantage over Racine St. Catherine's. Wollin gets it on the left wing, guarded tightly by Richard Watson. It's been interesting to see how St. Cat's has defended Wollin. 3-point attempt, Benish is good. Oh, baby. 5 3-point shots in this half for Brady Benish, carrying the L-Cats up by 5, 31-26. Now a shot no good for Racine St. Catherine's, and Lake Mills has it the other way. Wollin into the front court, between the circles. Behind his back, now hands off left side. Kolkovich, guarded one-on-one against E.J. Vinson, and a steal. Wait a minute, we got a whistle. I think I kicked ball? Yep. I think so, yeah, stepping in the way. Janias Lockridge, first time calling his game tonight. Lockridge, a good defender, got in the way. Almost had a fast break, but kicked the ball because he couldn't quite collect it. So Lake Mills maintains possession. A good break for the L-Cats. Inbound pass, fired, a little misdirect into the backcourt.
Oh, great save.
But how? Collin Christian, a no-look one-hand throw back into play, and the inbounder was able to go get it, Nolan Kolkovich. And now Kolkovich for three.
Oh.
Why not?
Wow.
Sometimes it's just your day, and Lake Mills delivers. Kolkovich for three. It's an 8-point lead for the L-Cats, largest of the afternoon. Hamilton the response, and I thought he got fouled. Yeah, that was a muscle to go up with the left hand from the left block, and I thought there was contact. He should be shooting a free throw. 34-28, 37 seconds to go first half. 34-28 is the score. Lake Mills in front. Wollin not on the same page as Benish as he tried to throw it with the right hand over to the right sideline, and it's out of bounds to Racine St. Catherine's.
Pressure. They brought it that time on the wings, really contested hard.
Lamont Hamilton, wide receiver at the University of Minnesota next year. He's won a state football championship here at Camp Randall. Now he wants a gold ball at the Kohl Center to go with it. Shot no good from 3 on the right wing. It was way off the mark. I'm not sure which St. Catherine's player attempted that shot. Yeah, now we've got an injured player. It's out of bounds. It's off of Lake Mills. It'll be St. Catherine's basketball, but that's Janias Lockridge, a little slow to get up, and he's going to check out of this game. A key contributor, Janias Lockridge. And now Benish is also down.
No.
Oh, that's not good for Lake Mills at all. I didn't even see that all the way on the other end of the floor.
That's the one I had seen. I saw him go down.
So Lockridge is going to get tended to over on the Racine St. Catherine's bench. Meanwhile, Brady Benish having an incredible half for the Lake Mills L-Cats. 17 points I've got him for here of the 34. That's half the point total for Lake Mills, and Benish still has not gotten up as head coach Steve Hicklin and one of the training staff members take a look at him, laying right near the midcourt line.
All right, here he goes.
Yeah, they help Benish up, and he will be assisted off the floor. And you got to feel for him, Coach.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. He's had a great first half.
They're currently showing here on the video board the most three-point shots made in a single state tournament game in Division III history. There's 3 different players with 6 made, 2 with 7, and Joel Clark of Ladysmith with 9.
Yeah.
That's the record. Benish was on pace to shatter that record with 5 here in the first half. And now he is walking with minimal assistance back to the locker room, so we'll see if Benish is able to come back in the second half. Keep an eye on that. Meanwhile, it's Racine St. Catherine's ball. Contreras Ward's shot comes up short, no good in the paint. 10 seconds to go, and a ball kicked out of bounds off of St. Catherine's. Lake Mills will have it. 8.3 to go until the break. 34-28, L-Cats in front by 6. Wollin will inbound. He's got Collin Christian with him in the backcourt. Now Wollin gets it back across midcourt with 5 seconds. Wollin right side, pump fake. No, he's got Christian. Open pump fake. Christian drives in, and the buzzer sounds as he went up and was contacted. Lake Mills wants a foul. They will not get it. It may have occurred after the buzzer. It was really close. But no signal. They're just going to say nothing. That was clean, no foul, or it happened after the play. Regardless, Lake Mills has a 6-point lead as they head back to the locker room. And that's a bad 17-second stretch for Lake Mills. They lose their hot shooter. They don't get that call at the end of the half. The Lake Mills fans were booing as Lake Mills went off the floor, and you saw the players respond by telling them to pump up and give them a good cheer as they went back. And I think that's a good move by those veteran players as they go back to the locker room.
Yeah, there was a no call down here. I didn't, it could have gone either way there, but hopefully Benish can come back here in the second half and not have a severe ankle. It looks like a foot injury, but I don't want to be saying a whole lot about it. But hopefully he can come back. And Lake Mills has had a great first half, played very, very well, handled the pressure, done a really good job of scheming defensively. St. Cat's has been kept out of the paint, for the most part, and have had some drives to the rim. So it's been a good first half, and we'll see what happens here.
We'll get a check of some of the first half numbers coming up. 34-28, Lake Mills leads Racine St. Catharines at halftime on Zimbrick Honda's championship presentation of PrepMania.
Is your home ready for a transformation? Whether it's a stunning kitchen remodel, a fresh new bathroom, or complete exterior makeover, Wanakee Remodeling has you covered. Their expert team turns your vision into reality with quality craftsmanship, affordable pricing, and unbeatable customer service. From concept to completion, Wanakee Remodeling is here for you. View what's possible at their beautiful showrooms in Madison and Wanakee and call 608-442-0034 or visit WanakeeRemodeling.com for your free estimate today.
It's bracket season, and Pizza Hut's got the watch party covered. Score a large 3-topping pizza for just $10. Try it on Pizza Hut's new hand-tossed crust. Crispy and golden on the outside, soft and fluffy on the inside, and finished with garlic parm seasoning for that classic pizzeria vibe. Or get the original pan, thin and crispy, or Chicago Tavern style. Big flavor, big savings. Just $10. Your bracket might not survive, but this deal will win it all. Order today at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. Pizza Hut, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
For over a century, one family has helped generations move forward. Christofferson Moving and Storage. They've built a legacy of trust celebrating 120 years in 2026 with transparent, upfront pricing, highly trained professional crews, and flexible services designed around you. They protect your home and belongings with expert care and clear communication every step of the way. Let them handle the heavy lifting so you can focus on what's next. Christofferson Moving and Storage. Your best move since 1906. Get your complimentary quote at ChristoffersonMoving.com.
Looking to take your baseball game to the next level? GRB Academy provides year-round training programs designed around your schedule and your goals. For over 15 years, GRB has been Wisconsin's leader in player development and advancement with a state-of-the-art 52,000 square foot facility of elite baseball training space and coaches who know how to get results. From youth to high school, baseball players trust GRB to help them reach their next level. Training program spots are filling quickly, so don't wait. Register now at grbacademy.com.
My overall experience with Gruber Law Offices has been phenomenal.
The treatment was excellent.
They will be supportive of you. They will listen to you.
It was a great experience knowing that I had people to help me.
I know I could count on them to do what I needed to get done.
Experience with Gruber was great.
They gave me my life back.
It was amazing.
He gets results.
We know how to win. If you've been injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Gruber Law Offices had my best interests at heart.
Hi, I'm Dr. Joseph Henningsen with Stoughton Health Ortho Team Clinic. I specialize in joint pain and joint pain surgery, specifically hip and knee replacement, including second-time surgery for hip and knee replacement. If joint pain or an injury is slowing you down, you don't have to live with it. We are here to help at Stoughton Health. Come in and we can talk to you about different techniques in order to get you back to doing what you want to do, whether it be walking the dog, going to work, or even playing outside with your kids. We want you to be able to do these things without pain.
Learn more at orthoteam.com.
Halftime on Zimbrick Honda's championship presentation of PrepMania on the ESPN Wisconsin app and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Alongside former Sun Prairie boys basketball head coach Jeff Booz, my name is Jesse Nelson. Lake Mills 34, Racine St. Catharines 28 at the break. Coach Booz, 17 points for Brady Benish, leading all scorers in this game. But the Kohl Center and Lake Mills fans and alumni everywhere holding their breath to see what the injury update is after the halftime break, as he left the game with 17 seconds left in the first half needed some help getting off the court.
Yeah, it looked like it might have been a sprained ankle, but hopefully he can come back and contribute with the Lake Mills rest of the basketball team. Obviously, he's had a great first half from shooting the basketball, and we'll see what happens.
Wollin only with 4 points in the first half, but his offensive presence certainly felt as the distributor. That's what a quarterback of a football team I would expect would look like here on the hardwood.
It's interesting. He is your leading scorer, but what he's able to do is see over people, all right, making passes and moving the ball to open people. I think I counted 3 or 4 where he is seeing somebody on the opposite side of the floor where he's hit them. So it's really paid off for him to be able to step outside and do that for them. Besides not having to score, obviously Benish has been on fire and has really kept them in the lead here.
And meanwhile, it's 12 points for E.J. Vinson leading the way for Racine St. Catherine's, 9 for Lamont Hamilton. What do you think they're going to do to try to get more Lamont Hamilton scoring productivity in the second half if you're Racine St. Catherine's?
Great question. I would think that maybe they might try to ball screen for him a little bit more, see if they can soften that, that perimeter defense up a little bit, and maybe get like a single screen where they have to move some guys because their help is in the gaps. They're just not going to allow him to get any type of penetration. If he gets it, he's earned it. You know what I mean? He's gotten in there a little bit, but not to the level of what he's used to getting in there too. You got to give Lake Mills credit. They've got their plan, and that's what they're going to do.
And they've got a 6-point lead because of it. 34-28 here at the break. Earlier today, 67-49, Seymour defeated St. Croix Central, the number 1 seed. The Seymour Thunder advanced to the championship game in Division 3 on Saturday afternoon, approximate start of 2:30 for that game. And the Division 4 semifinals coming up tonight, Bonduelle and Cambridge. The first game at 6:35, followed by Milwaukee, Juneau, and Regis at approximately 8:15. Again, you can listen to those games and every game of the WIAA Boys Basketball State Tournament right here on the ESPN Wisconsin app and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Back with the second half after this, 34-28. Lake Mills leads Racine St. Catherine's on Zimbrick Honda's championship presentation of PrepMania.
When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Stop in for an express oil change at Fish Hatchery Road on Saturdays. No appointment necessary. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
At Hooper Service, your comfort is important. From keeping you cozy warm to comfy cool with the ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System. Plus, join our Home Comfort Priority Plan and keep your air conditioner and furnace running at peak performance year after year. Enjoy priority service and extra savings that really add up. Hooper is here with 24-hour heating, cooling, plumbing, and fire protection service for your home and business. Turn to the experts, Carrier and Hooper.
For over a century, one family has helped generations move forward. Christofferson Moving and Storage. They've built a legacy of trust celebrating 120 years in 2026 with transparent, upfront pricing, highly trained professional crews, and flexible services designed around you. They protect your home and belongings with expert care and clear communication every step of the way. Let them handle the heavy lifting so you can focus on what's next. Christofferson Moving and Storage. Your best move since 1906. Get your complimentary quote at ChristoffersonMoving.com.
Looking to take your baseball game to the next level? GRB Academy provides year-round training programs designed around your schedule and your goals. For over 15 years, GRB has been Wisconsin's leader in player development and advancement with a state-of-the-art 52,000 square foot facility of elite baseball training space and coaches who know how to get results. From youth to high school, baseball players trust GRB to help them reach their next level. Training program spots are filling quickly, so don't wait. Register now at grbacademy.com.
Live from the Kohl Center, this is Zimbrick Honda's championship presentation of the WIAA State Boys Basketball Tournament on ESPN Madison, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Lake Mills 34, Racine St. Catherine's 28 as we get set to start the second half of this second Division III Boys Basketball State Tournament semifinal on the ESPN Wisconsin app and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. I'm Jesse Nelson, joined by former Sun Prairie Boys Basketball coach Jeff Booz. PrepMania brought to you by Stoughton Health, where they've been providing trusted care close to home, and they're proud to support student athletes from around the area. From rehab to ortho care, Stoughton Health provides comfort and convenience locally. Visit stoughtonhealth.com to learn more today. Brady Benish of Lake Mills, 17 points, leading scorer in the game, left with an injury with 17 seconds left in the first half. Came out all by himself, Coach, before the rest of the team for a little shoot-around out of the halftime break, and he looks like he's moving okay.
He looks like he's ready to play, so that's good news for Lake Mills and good news for the state tournament.
We will see how he holds up, though. Racine St. Catherine's, that defensive pressure definitely upped the intensity on the back half of that first half. Let's see if they continue with that and how Benish is able to play through that if he is still a little bit ailed by that injury.
Really good points right there. I'll be interested to see if Racine St. Cat's does anything with the screens, if they're going to switch, if they're going to continue to let Benish come off those screens, how they're going to defend them in the second half to take away that perimeter jump shot.
Racine St. Catherine's making their 8th state tournament appearance. They have won the championship in 6 of those 7 previous trips. The only time they did not was in 2011. Lake Mills, making their 4th appearance at state, has never won a semifinal game. 3-point attempt for Nolan Kolkovich of Lake Mills gets our second half started, and he misfires pretty badly, too strong. And a rebound to Racine St. Catherine's. Into the front court come the Angels in their road black uniforms, gold letters and numbers with a gold and white trim. Top of the key, Lamont Hamilton. Guarded one-on-one by Collin Christian, who's done a stellar job limiting his productivity today. Bounce pass, AC Contreras-Ward now top of the key. Contreras-Ward, the big man, handoff, right wing, Ozier into the paint. Ozier picks up the dribble, needs help, feeds it up top on a lollipop pass. Into the hands of Richard Watson. Now here's Hamilton on the left wing. Hamilton trying to create some separation with a step back. Now puts it on the deck. Goes left side. Open look for 3. Front of the rim. No good. Wollin the rebound. Tiptoes the baseline. Is able to bounce it over to Benish, who keeps it in the backcourt. Benish, you can tell he's moving a little gingerly. Yep. Guarded one-on-one all alone by Watson. And now, that took too long. Yep. Nobody was back there for Lake Mills to help Benish. And you could tell he just doesn't have the mobility he normally would have. Instant impact with Racine St. Catherine's applying the pressure.
I think Cats has to come after these guys full court. They're going to have to continue to pressure them like that.
Inbound pass to Antoine Ozier. He gives it to Hamilton. Hamilton uses a screen. Right side, double team, including Collin Christian on him. Hamilton feeds it all the way left. Open look, Ozier for 3, and he knocks it home.
Ozier's really stepped up here, giving them some perimeter shooting. Nice cut.
First points of the second half, cuts the lead in half, and now hard to the basket. Ashton Winger wanted to go full throttle with a layup. No good but a whistle, and he took a hard crash into the padded part of the hoop.
I really like the kid, though, from Racine St. Cat's, helping him up and tending to him a little bit there. It shows the sportsmanship within their program. Really, really neat stuff.
34-31. Winger looks like he's okay as he goes to the free throw line to shoot 2 with 16:31 to play in the game. Winger's first free throw up and good. Hey, Winger much better in the second half at the free throw line than he was in the first half when he was 0 for 4, and that's his first point of the game.
That's the great thing about basketball. You got 2 halves.
Second free throw up and good, or that's not a good thing if you're a team like, I don't know, the Wisconsin Badgers. 36-31, Lake Mills up by 5. Lamont Hamilton feeds it down to AC Contreras-Ward all the way on the right block. Contreras-Ward into the post. Shot contested, no good. That was off balance. I don't know about that selection. And Lake Mills comes away with it. Here comes Wollin, middle of the floor. Wollin, top of the key. Now feed it right. Benish all the way to the corner. Number 11 is Winger. Ashton Winger. Right to left, into the paint. Lost control of the ball off his shoe. It's still loose, but a foul on Contreras-Ward. He went just a little too strong, throwing that shoulder out to make sure he could get that loose ball. That's a tough foul for Contreras-Ward to pick up because it's just instinctual. Yeah. And you can see he's frustrated by that call. It's his second on the day. And that's 2 quick fouls on Racine St. Catherine's. Yep, inbound pass comes in, and an easy layup with the right hand, good for Lake Mills. Nolan Kolkovich now with 5 points, and he extends the Lake Mills lead to a touchdown, 38-31.
Good defense, really good.
Contreras Ward into the paint, feeds it back up top. Now swing it all the way left for Lamont Hamilton. Wide receiver commit to the University of Minnesota. State champion in football, wants to win one in basketball here this season. Lamont Hamilton trying to shake the defense at the top of the key. Now feeds it right, gets it back. Hamilton driving in to the glass. How did he throw that up? It's good, and a chance for three at the line. Wow.
Just his overall strength to get the ball to the rim. He was covered by two guys. They really cut him off. What a finish.
Double teamed in the post. I think they're going to get Kolkovich for the foul on the reach, but you could have called it on one of two L-Cats, as you said, Coach. And there you go. Hamilton to the line. Free throw no good, but knocked loose. Who's going to get it? Loose ball on the floor. They all dive for it like a fumble on the football field. Possession arrow will give it to Racine St. Catharines. Coach Ryan Thompson of St. Catharines said when meeting with the media earlier this week, when there's a loose ball, there's no need for loose ball drills in practice. With all these guys that played football, they're going to go dive for it. And Lake Mills, you can say a lot of the same thing. Multi-sport athletes galore for both of these teams. Never more evident than with that loose ball.
Just the last two possessions. Both teams are all over it.
Richard Watson left side for Racine St. Catharines. They inbound cleanly after the held ball gave it back to them. Down 38-33. Right side now, Contreras Ward down to the right block. Picks up the dribble, goes up, shot contested, no good. Offensive rebound for Racine St. Catharines, and the putback good for Ogier. 38-35, and Racine St. Catharines calls a timeout with 14:58 to play here in the game. An interesting time for Coach Ryan Thompson to call a Madison College timeout. Timeouts are brought to you by Madison College. Madison College, been around for over 100 years. Learn more at madisoncollege.edu. That's madisoncollege.edu. Wait a minute, I have a coach sitting right next to me. I can ask him. Coach Jeff Booz, why did he call that timeout right there?
I don't know, just to maybe get everybody settled down on what they want to be doing against them on the offensive end of things. The second thing I noticed too, they did do some ball screening in the last possession, and Lake Mills is super hard hedging, and so I'm not sure if he's communicating to them of what the adjustment would be coming off that ball screen if they're hard hedging like that. But we'll see right here. Maybe wanting to get the pressure back up here, bringing it up full court. They took it off there for a little while.
They do apply the full court pressure. Wollin fields the inbound pass, and he's able to quickly fire it to Collin Christian across the midcourt line. And Christian is fouled as he was guarded tightly, driving on the left side of the baseline, or of the lane, I should say. 14:53 to play in the game, and that is the third foul on Racine St. Catharines this half. And now immediate timeout comes 5 seconds after that timeout that was called by Ryan Thompson. Interesting choices. We'll step aside for 30 seconds with them. 38-35, Lake Mills leads Racine St. Catharines. Division III boys basketball state semifinal on the ESPN Wisconsin app and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
At Hooper Service, your comfort is important. From keeping you cozy warm to comfy cool with the ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System. Plus, join our Home Comfort Priority Plan and keep your air conditioner and furnace running at peak performance year after year. Enjoy priority service and extra savings that really add up. Hooper is here with 24-hour heating, cooling, plumbing, and fire protection service for your home and business. Turn to the experts, Carrier and Hooper.
There are over 20 studies that support the benefits of low-fat chocolate milk as a recovery beverage. Low-fat chocolate milk contains the right 3-to-1 mix of carbs and protein, scientifically shown to help refuel and restore muscles. Pro athletes have been relying on chocolate milk for years because they've seen the benefits in their own performance and recommend drinking milk to others. Learn more at GonnaNeedMilk.com, brought to you by Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin. Lake Mills 38, Racine St. Catharines 35. Division III boys basketball state semifinal. On Zimbrick Honda's championship presentation of PrepMania, Jesse Nelson, former Sun Prairie boys basketball head coach Jeff Booz. And out of the media timeout, Lake Mills inbounds. Wollin gets it, quickly fires down to the left block. Collin Christian, turnaround, no good, contested shot. Rebound taken away by Racine St. Catharines.
Good action coming out of that sideline out of bounds play.
EJ Vinson Quarterback of the Racine St. Catherine's football team throws a lot of touchdown passes to Lamont Hamilton over the last couple of years. Hamilton now gets it, feeds it left. Open look for three for the tie is good. Richard Watson, first points of the game for Watson, and he ties it at 38.
Very good action they ran right there.
A 7-0 run for Racine St. Catherine's to come back and tie it at 38. Lake Mills dangerously into the front court. Ashton Winger fielded a pass at the midcourt line, kept the pivot foot down, but he was very dangerous to avoid it over and back, and now it's knocked out of bounds by Racine St. Catherine, so Lake Mills keeps it. Inbound comes in. Wollin in the front court in the right corner. Wollin guarded tightly by Watson. Wollin needs help, able to feed it. Christian cutting in, and he's fouled trying to cut up with a bucket attempt. Man, how did Wollin find him perfectly in stride at that traffic? Only a quarterback who's thrown for more than 2,600 yards could make that pass.
That's correct. Wow, great look.
And so Christian goes to the free throw line. He's a wide receiver on the football team, so they've connected just like Hamilton and Vinson on the other side. First free throw good for Christian. 65% at the line on the season. 14.5 points a game he averages. He's up to 11 here in this state semifinal with over 14 minutes still to go. Second free throw halfway down and out, so Lake Mills stops the run for Racine St. Catherine's and takes a 1-point lead. 39-38, Lake Mills in front. Under 14 minutes to go at the Kohl Center. Hamilton hands it off, top of the key. That's Janias Lockridge, who left with the injury at the same time that Benish did, so it's good to see that both of those guys have been able to get back on the floor here in the second half. And Wollin picks up his first foul, and it sends E.J. Vinson to the free throw line. It was a shooting foul. I didn't think it was a shooting foul. I must have missed that.
On the drive, did a good job of coming out the last two possessions, just getting some false movement, which is moving the ball and then allowing them to get some penetration, which is moving the defense a little bit.
E.J. Vinson, the leading scorer on the day for Racine St. Catherine's, 12 points, all in the first half, 11 for Lamont Hamilton. Vinson, the second leading scorer, averaging 11.5 a game this season. Second free throw attempt is up and good. Make it 13 now for Vinson, and we're tied at 39. Substitution, and now Lake Mills will inbound. Comes in, right side of the floor, cleanly for Ashton Winger. Winger, bounce pass back to Kolkovich, all the way back in the paint. Now Kolkovich gets it across midcourt. You can feel Lake Mills a little more urgent to get it across the midcourt line after that 10-second call earlier in this half. Wollin driving left, down to the block, picks up the dribble. Needs some help. Wollin feeds it, intercepted, stolen away by Racine St. Catherine's. Jaden Phillips, bounce pass, Hamilton cutting in with the finish. Racine St. Catherine's with a 41-39 lead with 13:22 to go in the game and a timeout. Lamont Hamilton driving between defenders and goes up with the left hand to lay it off, good off the window.
Great finish in traffic. But again, here we go again. Here's a quick timeout again. I'm just kind of trying to put the piece of
There's got to be a reason for why they're doing this. Because it's a timeout called by Racine St. Catherine's.
Correct. But obviously he's gone over twice now and talked to the officials, so I don't think he's real happy with them driving and not getting called on maybe a reach or whatever the contact is. Obviously we're up here, they're down there, but I think he's trying to get a little bit of an edge on the officials. That's just my feel.
Timeout's brought to you by Madison College. Whether you're starting fresh or leveling up your career, Madison College is here for you. Learn more at madisoncollege.edu. That's madisoncollege.edu. So just a 30-second timeout. Lake Mills will now inbound down by 2, 41-39. This is a 10-1 run for Racine St. Catherine's here in the second half. Into the front court, falling down. Collin Christian lost the ball, and now a foul is going to be called on Kolkovich, disrupting the fast break for Racine St. Catherine's up the right sideline. That's probably a good foul on Kolkovich to slow them down. So Hamilton will inbound on the sideline. Tough break for Lake Mills. We have not seen them go down 2 scores yet today. 3-point attempt, no good. Loose ball, Wollin's got it. Wollin fighting through defenders, trying to throw it forward, and a travel is called on Wollin. He weaved one way, then the other, and then he kind of wobbled forward. I thought it was actually clean the way he kept his foot down throwing the pass, but The official begged to differ, as did, of course, Ryan Thompson, the head coach of Racine St. Catharines.
Steve Hicklin didn't like the call either.
That's a 50-50 one that could have gone either way. Instead, St. Cat's gets it now. 41-39, up by 2 with the ball. Hamilton, floater with the left hand, on the run. Fouled, shot no good, but Hamilton will shoot 2 free throws. 13:01 to play in the game, and Lamont Hamilton to the line for Racine St. Catharines. Racine St. Catharines has only lost 1 game ever at the state tournament. It was their first game in 2011. They have won 6 of 7 state championships in their previous appearances. Hamilton's first free throw up and good.
The last 4 or 5 possessions, though, if you noticed, the game's changed. Okay, it seems like Racine St. Cat's is a little bit more aggressive. They're getting some calls, you know, where Lake Mills have been a little bit more passive.
Hamilton 1 of 2 at the line, and L-Cats are able to break it into the front court now. Here's Christian, back to Wollin, feeds it quickly to the right. Winger driving in, he's fouled, and that's the 5th on St. Cat's here in the second half. This could come down to free throw shooting.
Yes, it could.
5 on Racine St. Catharines, 4 on Lake Mills with 12:47 to go in a 3-point game, 42-39. Racine St. Catharines in front. Standing on the first S in Wisconsin, doing the inbounding, Collin Christian as written on the baseline. In for Benish, quick 3, no good. Landed a little gingerly. And here comes Racine St. Catharines, Hamilton the rebound. Walks it across midcourt, dribbling between his legs at the midcourt motion W logo. Now runs to the right, handoff, Janias Lockridge. Swing it left. Richard Watson back to Hamilton, 12:25 to go. Contreras Ward at the free throw line, spins his way into the paint, down to the block, up off the glass, good for 2.
Good set, good action.
44-39, Lake Mills into the front court. Number 3 is Nolan Kolkovich in the home white uniforms of Lake Mills, blue letters and numbers with a gold trim. Left side now, Winger driving in. He's hit hard as he goes up with the left hand. Shot no good. That's the second time Winger's crashed down below the baseline in this half. And he'll shoot more free throws, and that was the last foul to give, theoretically, for Racine St. Catharines, so not a good use of it, as free throws are coming up here for Winger.
I'd like to see Wollin get a little bit more involved with the offense, a little bit. Come down there, stretch.
Some of the foul trouble here for Racine St. Catharines. That's the 3rd on AC Contreras Ward. First free throw no good for Winger. His struggles at the line continue. 2 apiece for Hamilton, Lockridge, and Watson. Second free throw, Winger, yes, that one's good. All 3 of his points here in the second half at the free throw line. And he's now 5 of 8 on the day at the stripe. 44-40, Racine St. Catharines leads Lake Mills under 12 minutes to go. Lamont Hamilton dribbling patiently between the circles. Hamilton guarded by Collin Christian, goes between 2 defenders, almost lost it, able to maintain possession. Now feeds back up for Jaden Phillips. St. Cat's playing catch out beyond the 3-point line. Watson now has it on the Culver's logo. On the right sideline, Lake Mills students chanting, boring, boring. Lamont Hamilton now, right baseline, guarded very tightly by Collin Christian, and a foul is going to be called on a reach-in. Hamilton might have sold that a little bit. That's a veteran play. But he did reach, no doubt. And that's the 5th on Lake Mills here in this half. Hamilton gets the inbound pass. 11-18 to go in the game. 44-40. Racine St. Catharines up by 4 over Lake Mills. L-Cats lost in the D3 state semifinal to the Milwaukee Academy of Science last year. Trying to win for the first time ever at the state tournament here in 2026. Shot from the free throw line, extended right position, no good for St. Catharines. On a couple of bounces, Lake Mills comes away with it. Christian into the front court. Collin Christian now down to the left block, has a size advantage, draws contact, is fouled. Shot no good. Christian to the free throw line for 2.
Good drive.
10:51 to go in this game, and now that's the 7th on St. Catharines. I guess we already knew it was going to be free throws the rest of the way regardless, but Collin Christian to the line, a 65% free throw shooter on the season. First one up and good. So, Coach, when you know it's going to kind of be a free throw contest the rest of the way, does your coaching style change in the final 10 minutes or so of a game?
Obviously, you want to keep it in those guys' hands that shoot free throws well, you know, and try to get them in that position. But
Christian's second free throw, no good, and a rebound to Racine St. Catherine's, 44-41. Angels in front by 3 with the ball. Pull-up three is good! Jaden Phillips, for the first time in this game, hits home a bucket, and it's 47-41. St. Catherine's up by 6. Inbound pass deflected out of bounds, and a timeout. Racine St. Catherine's 47, Lake Mills 41, with 10:33 to play in this second Division III boys basketball state semifinal. Jesse Nelson, head coach Jeff Booz, formerly of the Sun Prairie Cardinals. This is Zimbrick Honda's championship presentation of PrepMania and the WIAA State Boys Basketball Tournament. For more than 50 years, Zimbrick Honda's provided the Madison area with quality Honda vehicles, and the trusted staff of Zimbrick Honda's used car dealership will save you time and reduce your car buying stress by finding the vehicle that matches your style. If you're looking for a new or used Honda, visit Zimbrick Honda just off the Beltline in Madison or online at ZimbrickHonda.com. Shop local, shop Zimbrick Honda. Coach, Lake Mills led this game 34-28 at halftime. Racine St. Catherine's now holds a 6-point lead, and we're approaching the mid-stage of the second half. You know Steve Hicklin pretty well, the head coach of Lake Mills. What's he telling his team in this huddle right now?
Well, I think he's trying to get them, you know, obviously the press is kind of, it's become a little bit of a problem for them. It's pushing them away from the basket, you know, which I'm sure that's what St. Cat's wants to do. It's also taken Benish out of the game right now. They just haven't been able to get him going like they did in the first half, and I'm not sure if it's the ankle or whatever, but, you know, Wollin and Benish are going to have to start to look to become more effective on the offensive end. They're their top two guys. Right now they've been checked pretty well by Racine St. Cat. So I'm sure Steve is trying to put something together here to what can we do to get these guys going a little bit.
Wollin fields the inbound pass in the corner, is able to bounce it back to his teammate Kolkovic, who did the inbounding. Now Wollin double teamed in the backcourt, needs some help. He gets it over to Kolkovic, got to get it across midcourt, throws it to Christian in traffic, but he gets it. Defender falls down, so now Lake Mills trying to go 5-on-4, but it's stolen away by St. Catherine's as they tried to go back up top. Driving to the other direction, and a layup good for Jaden Phillips. He's got the last 5 for St. Catherine's, and it's 49-41. The Angels in front by 8. All out of sorts. Hamilton now with a steal. Strips it cleanly from Benish. Hamilton the finish. 10-point lead, Racine St. Catherine's. This game has turned on a dime here in the second half. Lake Mills needs an answer in a hurry. Into the paint, Wollin. Step back beyond the three-point line, guarded tightly by Watson. Now right side, Benish for 3, no good. Missed it short from the right wing, and a rebound to Racine St. Catherine's. 51-41, a 10-point lead for the Angels. And now a whistle on Benish. And his body language is not good right now.
No, he's not happy about the call.
He's moving gingerly. He's throwing the arms up in frustration. That was kind of a, I don't want to say a senseless foul, but there was no action really happening at the time. And with 9:15 to go in this game, we're almost midway through the second half. Racine St. Catherine's feels like they're starting to pull away.
Thing about it is they're going to pull them out a little bit, open up some driving lines, and that's what you don't want to have happen. These guys can beat you off the dribble.
Jaden Phillips all the way near the midcourt line, takes the handoff. Now Phillips on the left side of the floor, beyond the three-point line to the wing. Instead now hands to number 2 in the road black uniforms for Racine St. Catherine's, Lamont Hamilton. Wide receiver at the University of Minnesota, where he's committed to play college football next year. Hamilton, double teamed between the circles, feeds it right, finds Watson, he goes back to Hamilton. Hamilton now to Contreras Ward at the top of the key. Step in front of the three-point line. Contreras Ward downhill to the bucket. Oh, he couldn't finish. Defender fell down, but he went through strong. Here comes Lake Mills. Benish wide open for 3. Connects. A big bucket when Lake Mills needed it most.
Huge 3 in transition.
20 points now for Brady Benish in this game. Those his first in the second half. 51-44. St. Catherine's by 7, and a foul driving on the right side of the lane will send Racine St. Catherine's back to the free throw line with 8:01 to go. The feed from Wollin to Benish as he was double teamed coming across the midcourt line. They just showed it on the Jumbotron here at the Kohl Center. That was an outstanding piece of passing by Tyler Wollin.
He's
to
a great
free up
passer.
Benish.
Great passer. Finds open men. Gets the ball out of his hands quickly.
Hamilton to the line, 73% free throw shooter, best on the team for Racine St. Catherine's. I should say he's second best on the team. Ozier's at 75%, and he misses the first. Does Lake Mills have a late push in him here with 8:01 to go, down by 7?
Missed both of them.
Yeah, that's a break for Lake Mills. Hamilton doesn't miss both often. Here come the L-Cats. Kolkovich wants to take it himself all the way. Contact, he was falling to the floor, but no call. And a turnover as the ball goes out of bounds to Racine St. Catherine's. What do you think?
I don't know. Looked like there was some contact there from up here.
I thought it was a little disrupted myself, but they let him play. They're definitely letting him decide it on the floor here in this second half. Jaden Phillips guarded tightly out near the midcourt circle. Passes left, gets it back. Phillips guarded by Benish. Trying to box him into one of the corners near the midcourt line. Phillips able to get past him. On the left sideline now, right in front of the St. Catherine's bench. Now feed back up top to Watson. 7:20 to play in the game. Richard Watson, right side, guarded tightly by Kolkovich. Watson gets past him, and a foul will send Watson to the free throw line. Lake Mills fans are not happy with that call. Racine St. Catherine's will take it. 7:13 to go in the game, 51-44, and St. Catherine's looking for more. And if they weren't happy the first time, you should see what the reaction was the second time when they showed the replay.
Yeah, I don't know. It should have been a play on, I thought, but that's just from up here again.
I think if this one over here on the last possession wasn't called, that probably shouldn't have been either. Ball don't lie, as they like to say, as the first free throw is no good at the line for Racine St. Catherine's.
That's a great point.
Richard Watson shooting the free throw, sets, and the second attempt. This one's good. 8-point lead. Racine St. Catherine's 52, Lake Mills 44, approaching 7 minutes to go in this Division III state semifinal. Winner gets Seymour Saturday afternoon. Across the line, Benish feeds it left. Christian driving baseline,
Nice
layup
finish.
using the window, good for 2.
Good. Steve's calling a timeout. We'll see what he does coming out of this timeout, you know.
Exactly 7 minutes to go. Racine St. Catherine's 52, Lake Mills 46. Here in this Division III boys basketball state semifinal. Timeouts brought to you by Madison College. Madison College, been around for over 100 years. Learn more at madisoncollege.edu. That's madisoncollege.edu. Zimbrick Honda's championship presentation of PrepMania on the ESPN Wisconsin app and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Brought to you by Christofferson Moving. For over a century, one family's helped generations move forward with upfront pricing and professional crews. Christofferson Moving and Storage handles heavy lifting so you can focus on what's next. Christofferson Moving and Storage, your best move since 1906. Get your complimentary quote at christoffersonmoving.com. Division 4 semifinals coming up tonight at the Kohl Center. Division 5 tomorrow morning. Division 2 tomorrow afternoon. Division 1 tomorrow night. Listen to every game here on the ESPN Wisconsin app and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Out of the timeout, Racine St. Catherine's has the ball. And able to break through a light pressure applied by Lake Mills. They get into the front court pretty easily. And now they'll play catch near the midcourt line. Lamont Hamilton now drives into the paint. Triple teamed. Hamilton off the glass and a foul. Hamilton back to the free throw line. Lake Mills can't believe it. Collin Christian says that was all ball. Officials disagree. And credit to Hamilton for driving in and initiating enough contact to draw that foul.
Yep, good drive.
Hamilton at the line. First free throw attempt. No good. Ryan Thompson, by the way, the head coach of Racine St. Catherine's, he took over as the head coach after the team won the 2021 state championship in Oshkosh. That was a team that was led by, here's a couple of names, Kamari McGee and Tyrese Hunter. How have they done since playing at Racine St. Catherine's? Pretty good for themselves, I'd say. Second free throw good for Hamilton and a timeout. 6:39 to go in the game. Racine St. Catherine's 53, Lake Mills 46. We'll take this timeout with them. Back after this on Zimbrick Honda's championship presentation of PrepMania.
Getting you back to doing what you love is the #1 priority of Stoughton Health Rehab and Sports Medicine Clinics in both Oregon and Stoughton. With physical, occupational, and speech therapy, we can provide care with no referral needed. Plus, we now accept over 160 area insurance plans, including Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield, Dean Health Plan, Humana, Quartz, and more. For more information, visit stoughtonhealth.com. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
It's bracket season, and Pizza Hut's got the watch party covered. Score a large 3-topping pizza for just $10. Try it on Pizza Hut's new hand-tossed crust. Crispy and golden on the outside, soft and fluffy on the inside, and finished with garlic parm seasoning for that classic pizzeria vibe. Or get the original pan, thin and crispy, or Chicago Tavern style. Big flavor, big savings. Just $10. Your bracket might not survive, but this deal will win it all. Order today at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. Pizza Hut, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Zimbrick Honda's championship presentation of PrepMania on the ESPN Wisconsin app and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Jesse Nelson, former Sun Prairie boys coach Jeff Booz with you here at the Kohl Center. Out of the timeout, Lake Mills into the front court, tried to go fast, layup no good. It sat on the rim and then went off, no good. And now a foul called on Benish. Oh, that's a bad break for Lake Mills. That's double bonus now the rest of the way for Racine St. Catherine's with 6:29 to go. 3 fouls apiece on Wollin, Kolkovich, Christian, and Benish, all the major contributors for Lake Mills. At the line, Jaden Phillips hits the first. This is not the recipe that Lake Mills has for a comeback here. 6 points, by the way, for Phillips, all here in the second half. 8-point lead for Racine St. Catherine's. Second free throw is up and good. 9-point advantage. 55-46. The Racine St. Catherine's Angels looking to win their 7th state boys basketball championship. Again, Lake Mills goes fast, and Kolkovich is able to finish.
What they need to do.
That appears to be the change in their approach to beating this pressure for Racine St. Catherine's. Try to beat it fast.
Got to attack the basket.
Hamilton left side, free throw line extended left, feeds it inside, and getting the defender in the air. Shot no good, though, for Lockridge, and out of bounds or a foul? Foul on Racine St. Catherine's on A.C. Contreras-Ward. Oh, that's his fourth. First player to pick up a fourth here in this game, and because it's the bonus with 6:01 to go, we walk all the way to the other end of the floor for Lake Mills to shoot a 1-and-1. Who's going to shoot it? Ashton Winger, it looks like. I guess if Racine St. Catherine's was going to pick somebody that would shoot it, they would pick him right now. Winger 5 of 8 at the line, 3 of 8 at the line today. Front end is up and good.
It's a big make right there for him.
Sure
big,
is.
Huge.
55-49, 6-point advantage for Racine St. Catherine's. Both of these teams very experienced, senior-led. A lot of guys that do not want this to be their final high school basketball game. Second free throw good for Winger, 55-50. St. Cat's into the front court quickly. Left side of the floor, and now near the midcourt line, Richard Watson goes right to Phillips. Jaden Phillips guarded by Benish. Now Ozier on the left wing. Up top to Lockridge. Janias Lockridge feeds it left. Back to Watson. Interesting that Hamilton's been away from the ball. Now he calls for it at the free throw line, driving in. Oh, he missed the bunny layup. Loose ball, collected, out of bounds, last touch. Oh, man, they were all over the place. And Lake Mills was the last team to touch it out of bounds. So Hamilton missed it. The rebound got batted. It went to the corner. It was saved, thrown off a Lake Mills player's hands out of bounds.
Saved by Hamilton.
Credit him on the hustle.
Yeah, absolutely. Great play on his part.
That would have been Lake Mills' ball if he had not gone over to the corner to save it. Now Hamilton has it at the Motion W logo at midcourt, 55-50. Hamilton feeds it left. Watson now right back to Hamilton, all the way to the right corner. Ogier wants to drive in. Ogier finishes.
Played well. Great finish at the rim.
57-50, 7-point lead for Racine St. Catharines.
There you go,
Wollin between two defenders, quick into the front court. Wollin layup, no, but a foul will send him to the free throw line. Tyler Wollin, 4 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists in this game. He's a triple-double machine, as described by Coach Steve Hicklin, averaging 18 a game, has not scored yet here in the second half. With 4:49 to go, Wollin, first free throw, no good off the front of the rim. An uncharacteristic scoring day for Tyler Wollin. Coach, you think that's credit to the Racine St. Catharines defense for throwing Lake Mills off their game?
Well, I think it's, part of it, obviously they've done a good job of guarding him, but, he's been more of a distributor today than he's brought the ball up, he's handled it. I'd like to see him get more involved.
Second free throw, no good for Wollin. He missed them both. Yes. Frustration moment for Lake Mills' leader. 57-50, 4:37 to go in the game. Racine St. Catharines with the ball up by 7. Bounce pass down to the right block. AC Contreras-Ward playing with 4 fouls in the paint. Lays it up good. Every time he gets the ball in the post, it's going to be a danger type situation where he could foul out, but that was very well played and extends the St. Catharines lead to 59-50. Now left side, Wollin beyond the three-point line, guarded tightly. Wollin feeds it up top for Benish. Benish left the game with an injury with 17 seconds left in the first half. He had 17 points in the first half, only 3 here in the second half. Inside, stolen away by St. Catharines. Here they come. Left hand off the glass, no good. Put back, no good. They missed them both. Yep. Phillips and Contreras-Ward couldn't get it. Good defense by Lake Mills, doing just enough to disrupt. Now Hamilton with a steal into the front court. And Richard Watson lays it up with the right hand. High off the glass, good for 2. Wouldn't be denied that time down the floor. And the largest lead of the game for Racine St. Catharines, 61-50. Another steal now. Wollin was stripped. And a foul on Lake Mills. St. Catharines starting to feel it, Coach, with 3:31 to play.
Their pressure it's relentless. You know what I mean? They get it out of the trap and now they come again. They're just on you. You got to give them a lot of credit. Their ball pressure's really picked up over the last 10 minutes of this half.
Coach Thompson said this team is undersized, and so they have to overcome that deficit applying pressure and intensity. His quote earlier this week, they have to play defense like their hair's on fire. I'd say they're doing just that here this afternoon.
They are following the plan.
With that foul, by the way, Contreras-Ward on the other end, first free throw up and good, and every point tacked on now extends the largest lead of the day for Racine St. Catharines. 12 points, make it 13, 63-50.
They're just not allowing Lake Mills to just do what they want to do. They really have taken them out of their comfort zone, from a standpoint of running offense. It's become a problem.
Lake Mills into the front court. Winger, now a couple of extra passes for Benish. Benish, step back 3.
Bingo.
Got it!
Big, huge step back.
That is the one way Lake Mills can still stay in this game, if Benish can get hot. He's got 23 now in a Madison College timeout with 3:12 to go in the game.
Big 3.
Racine St. Catharines 63, Lake Mills 53. Only 1 timeout left for Lake Mills, 2 for Racine St. Catharines, with 3 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the game.
He's got 7 threes, don't he? 7. He's
that is now
7. 2 away from the tying the record, 3 to win it.
So he is tied for second all-time in Division III boys basketball state tournament history for three-point shots made in a single game. 2 other players had done it 7 times in a game, and only 1 player had done it 9 times in the game. That is the tournament record, and if Lake Mills has any chance here this afternoon, he's probably going to have to break that record. Zimbrick Honda's championship presentation of PrepMania brought to you in part by the GRB Academy. Interested in getting the highest level of coaching for the baseball player in your life? The GRB Academy offers individual and group lessons for players of all ages and skill levels. Visit GRB Academy for more information. GRB Academy, baseball for the serious player. Racine St. Catharines with a 10-point lead. Winner gets Seymour Saturday at 2:30 in the Division III state championship game. How do you approach the defensive strategy if you're Lake Mills here in these final 3:12?
Well, I like what they've done. They extended their defense, trying to force some turnovers in the backcourt with the press. Obviously, the clock becomes your enemy more than anything at this stage. You know what I mean? They're gonna spread you out. They're gonna make you foul them. So here they come now. A little half court, nice pass,
and the layup is good for Racine St. Catharines. 65-53. Lamont Hamilton now with 17 points, by the way, for St. Cat's. And now a foul is going to go against Richard Watson with 2:54 to go, sending Lake Mills to the line. They have done a better job, Coach, at breaking through that pressure quickly, getting into the front court. That has been less of an issue, but now they need to capitalize at the free throw line where they have struggled today. First one up and good for Collin Christian. And they also need to get stops.
You got to get stops on top of it.
65-54, 2:54 to go. Christian's second free throw good, 10-point game. Christian now with 16 in the game, and a quick foul is applied, sending Richard Watson to the line on the other end.
I could see these guys going into a foul game right now.
It looks like that might be the strategy.
Yep, I think it will be. And
I mean, it's probably the only way that they're going to be able to stop them with any.
Yeah, without them having worked the clock.
Right.
The clock is your enemy right now. You've got to, and then hopefully they.
Double bonus for both teams the rest of the way. Watson's free throw, no good. Richard Watson on the season, entering the state tournament 41% at the free throw line, 11 of 27 in the regular season. Second attempt off the front of the rim. There you go. You got the score, you got the stop.
Exactly.
Now can they cut it down to single digits? Throw to the right side, goes out of bounds, last touched by Racine St. Catharines. So that's a break for Lake Mills because that was an errant pass that very well could have gone out of bounds off the L-Cats. They'll inbound right in front of their own bench. Nolan Kolkovich. Benish is on the floor, by the way. Keep an eye on him, number 23 in the home whites. Inbound cleanly. Now Benish, top of the key, pump fake, got the defender in the air, gets separation, hit the three!
Wow.
8 threes in the game for Brady Benish, one away from tying the D3 record. 7-point game. Racine St. Catharines 65, Lake Mills 58. 2.5 to go. Winner gets Seymour on Saturday in the state championship. At the Motion W logo, St. Catharines able to break it into the front court. Watson on the baseline, offensive foul. They call a charge on Watson. A huge break for Lake Mills. The defender came running in and easily would have been called for a foul.
A lot of time.
But Watson, they say, ran into Winger. So here we go. Lake Mills.
Wollin's going to the rim.
Within 7. Wollin has it left side of the floor. And he's fouled by Watson. Watson just picked up 2 fouls in the span of about 10 seconds of game time. 2:06 to go. Wollin's going to shoot 2 free throws. That's Watson's 4th. Correction, that's his 5th. Watson's done. So Richard Watson just fouled out of the game. 6 points, 5 fouls. And the senior forward, number 12, Richard Watson, hopes he'll get another chance to play a high school basketball game on Saturday. He leaves with a 7-point lead. Wollin, 70% free throw shooter. First one misses. He is just off his game at the free throw line today. I don't know why. He has struggled at the stripe.
You get this one.
65-58. Missed opportunities for Lake Mills here at the line in the second half. Second one halfway down and out, no good. That is exactly the break Lake Mills needed to work their way back in this game, and they can't capitalize. Now Hamilton into the front court. Spins his way past a couple of defenders. Feeds it left for Phillips. Phillips, he's one of the good free throw shooters. Bounce pass over to the corner. Looks like this is the guy they want to foul. It's number 10, Janias Lockridge. And he'll shoot 2. And so Janias Lockridge will go to the free throw line.
He is
8 of 15 in the regular season. Not a lot of attempts for Lockridge at the line, about 50%. Sets, fires the first, it's good. It's not easy to do.
No.
A guy who hasn't had many free throw attempts on the season, and you finally get one, and it's at the Kohl Center. Janias Lockridge actually his first point of the day just now with that made free throw.
So he's averaging 2 points a game for him, so he gets one more, he's got his average.
And that one hit the rim 4 times before it went down. 67-58, 9-point lead for Racine St. Catharines. Lake Mills has to go now. Collin Christian feeds it, middle of the floor, Benish. Back to Christian, using 2 screens. Christian, right side, extra feed, into the paint. Winger, layup, left hand, good.
Good finish, traffic.
67-60, minute 26 to go. Lake Mills down by 7. Racine St. Catharines inbounds. Phillips across midcourt. Double teamed out there. Uh-oh. He needs some help, and he gets it from a timeout from his coach, Ryan Thompson, on the bench. They had 2 left, so that's a good use of one of them.
Yep.
With a minute 18 to go, because he was going to run into trouble just beyond the midcourt line.
He got caught on that no zone you don't want to get into, right on that corner of the half-court line and the sideline, and did a good job of getting the timeout.
Another Madison College timeout. Whether you're starting fresh or leveling up your career, Madison College is here for you. Learn more at madisoncollege.edu. That's madisoncollege.edu. Coach, I seem to recall a game that you were in here that came down to the wire at the Kohl Center not too long ago. What's it like being in a close game in the final minutes on this stage?
Pretty nerve-wracking, to be honest with you, but obviously we were fortunate. It's one of those situations, do you do it or not? We were up 3 with under maybe 8-9 seconds to go, ball at half court, and they turned around and dinged the 3 ball and sent it. So we were fortunate to win it in overtime, but if it would have gone the other way, I probably still wouldn't be handling it very well. But it's decisions you make, and you hope that you guys can, come through and get a stop and move on. But we were fortunate in the overtime to get spaced a little bit and get a couple buckets and hang on to win it. So
Racine St. Catharines playing in front 67-60 with a minute 18 to go. If they can make their free throws, you would think they'll be in good shape to win this game.
Sideline out of bounds.
Comes in, Hamilton's got it on the baseline.
Bounce
pass, he threw it out of bounds. Oh no! The one thing Racine St. Catharines couldn't do is actually Phillips, who took the inbound on the baseline. Tried to pass to one of his cutting teammates. Thought it would be an easy layup, but he cut the wrong way. He zigged when he thought he would zag. And now Lake Mills with the break of all breaks with a minute 15 to go. They get the ball. Empty trip for Racine St. Catharines with almost no time going off the clock. Wollin has it in the front court. Wollin driving in, gets 2 defenders in the air. Step back, mid-range jumper,
Tough
good.
Shot.
Great shot, Tyler Wollin. 67-62 with 1 minute to go in this D3 state semifinal. Lamont Hamilton across midcourt. Hamilton directs traffic. Oh, he's got a man. It's intercepted by Wollin. He threw it too far, and Wollin got it into the front court. A foul is going to send Winger to the line for 2. Holy cow. Racine St. Catharines up by 9 just a moment ago. Lake Mills has a chance to cut it to a 1-score game here at the line.
Right, a lot of time left too, a lot of time.
Ashton Winger struggled in the first half, has been much better in the second half at the free throw line. He'll shoot 2 no matter what with 47 seconds to go. First free throw off the front of the rim, no good. 63% free throw shooter on the year. Lake Mills back-to-back breaks to get their way back into this game, and they just can't hit their free throws. Winger sets, fires the second. That one's good. 67-63. St. Catherine's inbound cleanly. Lamont Hamilton in the backcourt. Hamilton feeds it up front for Phillips. He gets it across midcourt, right side of the floor. Phillips into the corner. Driving baseline. Phillips feeds it inside. AC Contreras-Ward fouled with the layup. Oh, that's the one thing you can't do if you're Lake Mills. 2 points and 1 for AC Contreras-Ward with 37 seconds to go. 69-63, Racine St. Catherine's in front looking for more.
Did a really good job of driving and finding that open man with that little shuffle pass. You know, attacked it.
I thought they almost went a little too aggressively, Coach.
I did too, but, you know.
It paid off in the end.
Yeah.
Just one free throw for AC Contreras-Ward. 45% on the year. He's not great at the free throw line. Ward puts it in.
Boy, big shot.
70-63. Lake Mills down by 7. 35 seconds to go. Here comes Wollin into the front court. Feed it for Benish. This will tie the record if it goes. No good. Loose ball. Hamilton's got it. And Lamont Hamilton is fouled at midcourt with 25.9 to play. Racine St. Catherine starting to feel like they're going to be back here on Saturday afternoon.
I really like the action they ran. Wollin went to dribble, penetrate, hand off, gave Benish space, just missed it.
Lamont Hamilton going to play wide receiver for the Minnesota Golden Gophers next year. Wants to win a gold ball in boys basketball before he leaves. First free throw rattles out, no good, so there's still life for Lake Mills. Lake Mills has never won a state tournament game. 0 for 3 in their previous 3 appearances, including last year. Hamilton missed the second. They're still in it, down by 7. Here comes Wollin into the front court. Has to fire a quick 3.
Bingo.
Got it. 19.4 to go and a timeout, Lake Mills. That's their last one. 70-66 with 19.4 to play. We have seen wilder things happen.
I'd say you have to foul immediately. You know, and hope that they, you know.
Yeah, you don't really have time to play around at this point, right?
You got it's a 2-possession game, so you're going to have to, and you need some time.
While we have a quick Madison College timeout here on Zimbrick Honda's championship presentation of PrepMania, we want to remind you that our coverage is brought to you in part by TPC Wisconsin at TPC Wisconsin in Madison. There's no off season for your game. Get ready for next golf season. Join today. Pay no dues until April 1st. That's right, no dues till April 1st. Learn more at tpcwisconsin.com. That's tpcwisconsin.com. So, I mean, the question is, who do you want at the free throw line? Hamilton's 73%, but he just missed 2 in a row. Vinson's been quiet this half. He's a 44% shooter at the line. Phillips is probably the guy they've tried to get to the most. Ozier's pretty solid. Let's see what Lake Mills is able to force Racine St. Catherine's, if they're able to defensively, who they get the ball to. 70-66. No timeouts left for Lake Mills, 1 for Racine St. Catherine's. So if they have trouble inbounding, they do have 1 timeout they can still use. Or if they run into trouble in a trap or anything like that.
They might try to trap them too.
Comes in the court, in the backcourt for Hamilton. Dangerous pass, but he's able to get it in front of Phillips now. Into the front court. Contreras-Ward, defender in the air. No foul, but it's good for 2. 6-point game, 8 seconds to go. Here's Benish to tie the record. No good. Rebound for Lake Mills. No good on the putback, and the buzzer sounds. Racine St. Catherine's back in the state championship game. The Angels will play in their 7th championship game on Saturday afternoon. 72-66. Racine St. Catherine's defeats Lake Mills.
Wow. You know, Lake Mills did everything they could to put themselves in a position, you know, and you gotta give them credit, but at the end of the day, St. Cat's found a way to get this one done. That little spurt there about that 12 to 8 minute mark, you know, where they put some pressure on, caused some turnovers, built a little bit of a lead, and then played it out from there. Great high school game.
That was a fun one. And for Lake Mills, you feel for Coach Steve Hicklin and these seniors. Back-to-back years falling in hard-fought semifinal games at the state tournament, and Lake Mills now falls to 0-4 all-time at state. Coach Booz and I will be back to wrap it up after this, including awarding our Pizza Hut Player of the Game. Don't go anywhere. It's Zimbrick Honda's championship presentation of PrepMania on the ESPN Wisconsin app and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
All you have is one chance after an accident, one decision on who to call, one shot to get the help you need. Don't waste it on the one offer you get from your insurance company. Make the one call to Gruber Law Offices. It's the only one you'll need to make. Call us today. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Looking to take your baseball game to the next level? GRB Academy provides year-round training programs designed around your schedule and your goals. For over 15 years, GRB has been Wisconsin's leader in player development and advancement with a state-of-the-art 52,000 square foot facility of elite baseball training space and coaches who know how to get results. From youth to high school, baseball players trust GRB to help them reach their next level. Training program spots are filling quickly, so don't wait. Register now at grbacademy.com.
I worried about choosing the right two-year college where credits would transfer to UW, but I figured out a great path. At Madison College, I'm in the STEM program. The classrooms are intimate, instructors are engaging, and best of all, I'll be able to transfer to UW debt-free. My advice to others, start your journey here. You won't regret it. There's more to your story at Madison College.
Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started.
I worried that I couldn't work a full-time job and still have time for college. But I'm so glad I didn't let that stop me. At Madison College, I found my stride. My classes are flexible and hands-on, and I walk on campus feeling inspired. My advice to others? Make your dreams a reality. There's more to your story at Madison College.
Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started.
At Hooper Service, your comfort is important. From keeping you cozy warm to comfy cool with the ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System. Plus, join our Home Comfort Priority Plan and keep your air conditioner and furnace running at peak performance year after year. Enjoy priority service and extra savings that really add up. Hooper is here with 24-hour heating, cooling, plumbing, and fire protection service for your home and business. Turn to the experts, Carrier and Hooper.
Come on, Liam, let's go! Get open! Come on, go for it! Wake up! Wake up, Liam! Oh, come on, use your head! Gotta want it! Dominate!
There he goes again. Liam's dad yelling from the stands, trying to relive his glory days.
I know. We're just trying to have fun out here and play with our friends. Like, it's not that deep.
He seriously needs to get a grip.
Does he really think he's helping Liam play better?
I feel bad for Liam. I know he's embarrassed his dad ruins every game like this. I mean, I would be too.
Someone needs to tell him this isn't about him.
Yeah, stop trying to coach from the stands and just cheer.
That's what Liam wants.
That's what we all want.
Be your student's biggest fan, not their biggest critic. This message presented by the WIAA and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Zimbrick Honda has been a proud part of the Madison community since 1973. They're your one-stop shop for over 250 new Hondas to choose from. Whether you're looking for a sedan, SUV, or truck, their selection of new vehicles is second to none. Stop in today at their location on Fish Hatchery Road and check out their full lineup of vehicles and find the one that's right for you, or browse the vehicle selection online at ZimbrickHonda.com. That's ZimbrickHonda.com. Shop local, shop Zimbrick Honda.
Live from the Cole Center, this is Zimbrick Honda's championship presentation of the WIAA State Boys Basketball Tournament on ESPN Madison, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Final score in our second D3 semifinal of the afternoon. Racine St. Catharines, the 3 seed, takes down the 2 seed Lake Mills 72-66. Jesse Nelson alongside former Sun Prairie boys basketball head coach Jeff Booz. At TPC Wisconsin in Madison, there's no offseason for your game. Get ready for next golf season. Join today. Pay no dues till April 1st. That's right, no dues till April 1st. Learn more at tpcwisconsin.com. That's tpcwisconsin.com. A win for Racine St. Catharines, and they will play for their 7th gold ball in boys basketball on Saturday afternoon against the Seymour Thunder. A couple of teams that are very familiar with playing in state championship games here at the Kohl Center. Two powerhouses in the Division III level. Coach Boo is going to meet on Saturday at 2:30.
Should be a great high school basketball game. You got some outstanding players on both teams. Obviously, both teams advanced today with nice wins over their opponents and getting ready to play for a state championship on Saturday, so they got a day to prepare, and then they'll roll out here at sometime in the late afternoon on Saturday and see who's going to win this one. But it'll be an exciting game for sure.
Looking forward to it. We'll have the call for you here on the ESPN Wisconsin app, the ESPN Madison YouTube channel, and on 100.5 ESPN over the air on Saturday afternoon. Time now to award our Pizza Hut Player of the Game.
No one out-pizzas the Hut, and no one outperformed this player tonight. The Player of the Game is presented by Pizza Hut, the official pizza of PrepMania. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
It's bracket season. Pizza Hut's got your watch party covered. Grab a large 3-topping pizza, just $10. Try the new hand-tossed crust, crispy outside, soft inside, finished with garlic parm seasoning. Ooh, that sounds good. Order now at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. Pizza Hut, no one out-pizzas the Hut. So we're going to do something a little unique here today. We're going to do co-Pizza Hut Players of the Game for this Division III semifinal between Racine St. Catharines and Lake Mills. Because I think two players are worthy of this honor today. Lamont Hamilton, the sensational senior for Racine St. Catharines, 17 points to lead St. Cat's in scoring. A lot of that in the second half when they needed it most. Defensively, he was a presence. His ball handling was a presence. And he's going to play wide receiver for the University of Minnesota next year. What a talented athlete Lamont Hamilton is.
I thought the play that made a difference was the one where the shot was missed and her ball was loose. He scrambled for it and got it, put it back in play. It was just a huge play for them.
Yeah.
You know, this shows his competitive nature of who he really is, and that's what really demonstrated out here today on the floor for them.
So Lamont Hamilton, a Pizza Hut Player of the Game, but also Brady Benish of Lake Mills in a losing effort here in this state semifinal. Brady Benish, 8 made 3-point shots, second most all time in a Division III boys basketball state tournament game. He finishes with 26 points to lead all scorers. And Coach Booz, I think Lake Mills will look back on this game for a long time and wonder if Brady Benish doesn't get hurt with 17 seconds left in the first half, and he played in that second half clearly gingerly and not at full strength. If he doesn't get hurt late in the first half when they had a big lead, if this game ends differently and they win for the first time ever at state. Brady Benish, fantastic day today, doing all he can, just coming up a little bit short for Lake Mills.
Great effort, shot it extremely well. You know, this last couple that he took were right on line, just a little bit short. You know, it was right there. So, yep, well deserving of that award. Played outstanding.
Brady Benish of Lake Mills and Lamont Hamilton of Racine St. Catharines, your co-Pizza Hut Players of the Game. It will be Racine St. Catharines and Seymour meeting in a powerhouse championship game for the Division III title on Saturday afternoon. Tip time set for approximately 2:30 right here on ESPN Wisconsin. This is Zimbrick Honda's championship presentation of PrepMania and the WIAA State Boys Basketball Tournament. Zimbrick Honda, been a proud partner of the Madison community since 1973. They are your one-stop shop for over 250 new Hondas to choose from. And whether you're looking for a sedan, an SUV, or a truck, their selection of new vehicles is second to none. Stop in today at their location on Fish Hatchery Road or browse their car selection online at ZimbrickHonda.com. That's ZimbrickHonda.com. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda. Coach Boo's final thoughts on our two Division III semifinals here this afternoon at the Kohl Center.
Two really good high school basketball games. You know, obviously, game one was a little bit different than game two, but we had some great performances by some individual players. We had some great action going on between both games. I just, you know, look forward to the championship game. I feel bad for the two teams that got knocked out, but at the end of the day, you got to tip your hat to those that survive this thing and meet Saturday at 2:30 for the Division III State Boys Basketball Championship.
Congratulations to St. Croix Central and Lake Mills on reaching the Cole Center here in the state tournament. Congratulations to Racine St. Catharines and Seymour. We will see ya on Saturday afternoon. For former Sun Prairie boys basketball head coach Jeff Booz, great job making your debut with us here at ESPN Wisconsin today. Looking forward to Saturday.
I appreciate that, Jesse. For
producer Riley Yauk back in the Everlight Solar studio at ESPN Madison, and for video producer Hunter Vaughn on site here at the Cole Center. My name is Jesse Nelson. Thanks so much for joining us. We will see you Saturday afternoon for Racine St. Catharines and Seymour in the D3 State Championship game. This has been Zimbrick Honda's championship presentation of PrepMania on the ESPN Wisconsin app